I want you to scroll up to the top of this code section. Now every web page should have a title, and you will be assessed on this. So I need you to get into the habit of making the first thing that you do in your HTML page to be creating a title for your document. And we're going to call this one Assessment Criteria. Save that. You'll notice the name appears in this window as well. So you could equally have typed the name in this window and it would have changed in your code. There's two different ways of adding a title to your page. So number one, make sure that your page has a title. Have a look at the CSS styles that have been set up in this document. You notice how the masthead has a background color, a position of relative and a height of 170. See, these are some of the things that we've looked at already. The positioning of divs, creating a selector for the div, and the declaration, which includes a property and a value. So remember the terms. This is a declaration, this is a property, and this is a value. And this is a selector. So this selector is pointing to the div that has been made down here. So the div identification name is masthead, and then we call the name at the top of the CSS by using a hash in front of it, and that is a div selector. Well, today we're going to look at adding links into this section here, and I'm going to show you how to do that. But before we go ahead and do that, you may notice that there's a bit of a space or a gap between this div and where it sits up against the browser. I'll just preview this in Firefox so that you can see what it looks like. So Dreamweaver has automatically added some sort of padding and margin default settings which have set this page just a bit from the top left side of the browser, and we're going to reset those values, and this is called the reset rule. And it's important for you to understand this reset rule and to apply it to your code. So in the code window, we're going to type in body, open and close curly brackets, step inside the curly bracket and tab down, move your cursor up and type in the word margin, colon, 0 and semicolon to close. Now we don't need to put px after the 0 because Dreamweaver knows that that's the value it's looking for in this instance. And return, and then we're going to type in padding and do exactly the same thing, 0 and semicolon to finish the declaration. And when I click back into the design window, watch what happens. Did you notice? The reset rule has reset so that it is lining right up against the browser window, and that's what you need to do for your final website. So don't forget, that's important.